السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته إن الحمد لله نحمده ونصلي على رسول الكريم أما بعد رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. All praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator of the universe. Peace and blessing of Allah be upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam and all those who follow his path. Ameen thumma ameen. My brothers and sisters, pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may Allah give us sincerity to speak the truth in the light of the Quran and the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to understand them and to follow, to accept them in the heart and to apply them in our life. Ameen thumma ameen. Wa alaikum assalam, Brother Raja Fahad. My brothers and sisters, welcome to our program. This is our live Q&A show. And this is on my YouTube channel, DrAbdulMajid. And mashallah, all of you are welcome. You can use the text message. Wa alaikum assalam rahmatullah. You can use this text message here on the chat, top chat. You can type your questions in Urdu, Arabic and English, inshallah. Or you can use the number that is given on the screen, 00447593229380. And local it is 07593229380. So you can text me or you can call me, alhamdulillah, directly on this number, or you can use the top chat for your question answers. So this is our live show and we will be taking your questions, and inshallah I'll try my level best to give you the answers according to the Quran and the Sunnah. And brothers and sisters who are watching this program, please keep discipline in asking the questions. Ask me something that is beneficial for our dunya and akhirah related to the deen, halal and haram. And please don't put any questions which are related to the political things or related to any personal opinion about any particular alim or scholar or any particular jamaat or any group. Alhamdulillah, I will not entertain all those kind of things. So brothers and sisters, you are again welcome to this program. And also, you can watch my other shows. I'm going to send you the links of my new series, which I have already started. This is the life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is we will be talking about three sections of Prophet's life. First is the time before his birth, how the world was and how the Arabs were, and then inshallah we will be talking about from his birth till he became the Prophet of Allah, and then he lived for 13 years in Mecca. So that will be the second part. And then the third part will be inshallah his life after the migration from Mecca to Medina, and he lived there for another 10 years. So we will be discussing more about his life as a role model. We won't be talking anything about the political things or the historical things, this and that. There will be history, but there will be history where we can learn, better thing from his life. So this series already has been started, and the promo has been uploaded, the introduction has been uploaded, and one episode is also uploaded there. So inshallah, I'll be giving you the link now. You can click on that link, and inshallah you will be able to benefit from that. Please, if you explain about the hadith Qirtas, can you elaborate more? What do you want to know about it? Hadith Qirtas. Yeah, there are people, they talk about the manhaj, and the hadith of the pen and paper refers to an event where the Islamic Prophet Muhammad expressed. Okay, what do you want to know about this, my brother? Tell me specific what you want to know about it, because I don't have any deep research on this. But if you have any specific question which you want to discuss or you want to ask something that you have understood about it, then inshallah I will elaborate on that. But I don't have any, a detailed understanding of that, or which hadith you are referring to. Alhamdulillah. So my brothers and sisters, okay, is that hadith sahih? It's hard for us to explain to brother which follow Shia. Okay, Alhamdulillah. See, as I told you that I do entertain the questions related to Quran and Sunnah, and if the things which are, something that the Shias have to discuss or something like that, then I can. No, I have no idea about this hadith. If it is related to, our Sunni scholars did speak about it, but I have no idea about it. So if you have got any particular thing that you want to explain to the Shias, then you put that question and I will explain, and you can forward that answer to them. Okay, I understand that. I remember. Yeah, there is an incident which because this is the time when the Shias are saying that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has asked for the pen and paper to be written, something he wanted to explain to the Ummah, the final message, and they were saying that Umar ibn Khattab was rejecting it. Umar didn't want Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to write about that. But see, first of all, this is the last stage. And the last stage, there are people who would always say, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted, first of all, try to understand this point. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ever wanted Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu to become the Khalifa, and not Abu Bakr and not Umar, so that is the right time for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to, make his Prophet speak. Why would he leave, when the Prophet came to unite the Ummah? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said about all the prophets and messengers in Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2 and verse 118, which starts from 108 to 202 to 208 to 213, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, كان الناس أمة واحدة فبعث الله النبيين مبشرين ومنذرين وأنزل معهم الكتاب بالحق ليحكم بين الناس فيما اختلفوا فيه. Now this ayah, if you read the translation, it is 213 of Surah Al-Baqarah. If you read the translation, subhanAllah, you will know it. That Rasul was one of those prophets and messengers who came to unite the Ummah and to clear the things which were fall into disputes, which the people were fall into disputes, like Jews and the Christians and the pagans. So Rasulullah came to unite them. So how can you expect from Allah to leave, that Prophet ﷺ going and leaving this world and keeping mystery and secrets to, for the Sahaba to fight after his, death, that the Sahaba will fight who will be the next successor. So this is a common understanding. It's a common sense that the enemies of Islam, they want to highlight this point. But you, as a mashallah brother Anwar, you can understand this. That even though if it could be hadith mentioned in maybe Sahih Bukhari, Allahu Alam, they refer this to Sahih Bukhari. But even imagine, this is not something that you have to understand what our Shia brothers are saying, or one of the groups amongst the Shias who are saying this. And what they want to say is that Rasulullah wanted to write something about Ali, Fatima, Hassan and Hussein, but Umar ibn al-Khattab was, he used to have some hatred in his heart. That's why he didn't want to make it clear, and he didn't want Prophet to write at this situation, and he knew that the Prophet at this stage will be soon he's going to die. So he was the one who was rejecting it. Abu Bakr was the one who was disobeying Rasulullah. This is totally a fake allegation and a lie about Allah, His Rasul, and Abu Bakr and Umar radiallahu anh. So we as Muslims, we should not even discuss this matter with the Shias. That's the reason, because these Shias who are discussing with you, they will not discuss with you because they are scholars or they are ulama. If they have these issues, they could have discussed with our scholars and they could have discussed. But these are the normal Shia brothers and normal Sunni brothers who will sit together and they will talk. The Sunnis will listen from our Sunni scholars and the Shias will listen from the Shia scholars, and then we will sit together and we'll chat and dispute and argue. And subhanallah, some Shias will get angry, some Sunnis will get angry, and they will start abusing each other. But I'm giving you the logic reason. Let's understand that Rasulullah wanted to say something. That is the reason he asked for the pen and paper. Okay? Qirtas. Qirtas is a paper. That's why I was not 100% sure which Qirtas hadith you were referring to. But this is a very famous story narrated by Rasul about Rasulullah that before his death he wanted to bring, a paper. He asked for the pen and paper so that he would. And Umar radiallahu anhu is saying, Ya Rasulullah, we have the Quran, so why do you have to write? So this is how they refer to Umar ibn al-Khattab. But whatsoever that has happened, who has told our Shia brothers or Sunni brothers that Umar understood what Prophet wanted to say? Umar didn't know the ilm al-ghaib. And Umar, why would he be worried? Because if Umar was the person who was scared of Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu or Hazrat Fatima radiallahu ta'ala anha or their two sons Hassan and Hussein, then before them Abu Bakr is also there. Was Umar against Abu Bakr? Was Abu Bakr against Umar? And then we talk about the Ahlul Bayt? No, alhamdulillah. This is nothing but because see, the point I'm explaining, you have to use your logic. Let's assume that Rasulullah wanted to say something about Hassan, Hussein or Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'een. And Umar was against that and Abu Bakr was against that. So now we are in our understanding, if we accept this, we are saying that Rasulullah throughout his life, he came to unite the ummah. He came to bring the true message to Rasulullah to the Jews and the Christians what monotheism is, what Tawheed is, and what is the importance of this life and what is the importance of the hereafter. And then at the end he failed in his mission. Allah failed in his mission. Rasulullah failed in his mission. And that's why he is leaving this ummah and he's going to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and creating a suspense for the ummah so that after the death of Rasulullah they will fight. Is that the thing? Subhanallah. Not a person with the common sense can ever think that the person who lived for 23 years just to unite the ummah to come to one deen, one religion, and then he is now going leaving this world and putting the ummah, the Muslim ummah, into disputes and fight. This is a proper ignorance and lie about Allah and His Rasul. Hope inshallah, my brother Anwar, you have understood the answer. So my brothers and sisters, brother Fahad Raja, if you have got any question, please you can put your question. Brother Anwar was there, mashallah, in our last show. So my brothers and sisters, this is our live Q&A show. And alhamdulillah, as I said that, normally I don't entertain any question related to any particular sect. But if somebody wants to know something about the hadith or Quran, so if I know the answer, I will tell you I know the answer. If I not, then I will do the research and give the answer. But alhamdulillah, I don't like to talk against any particular school of thought, like Al-Hadith or Salafi or Barelvis or Sufis or Deobandis or Hanafis or Shafi'i or Maliki or Hanbali, or because this channel is not for that purpose. This channel is just general channel of Islam where people can, alhamdulillah, if they have got any issues related to their deen, religion of Islam, and they can ask the question, alhamdulillah. So I try my level best to teach them from Quran and Hadith. Because see, first of all, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Sana Maria, is celebrating the Mawlid of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, bid'ah. So if so, how should one advise his family about it? How to offer witr prayer? Some people say we don't sit after second rakat, and some says read together, two together, and one after that. Okay, alhamdulillah. My sister Sanam, it is when we talk about the milad and other things, then I have a program. I have last Juma, I did speak about it in detail. So this something which is impossible today for any Muslim to talk about this, or to try to change or tell the people that celebration of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu birthday is not something from our religion. So it will, when you say that, then definitely they will call you kafir. They will tell you this and that. So you can click on this link which I have sent you now. Inshallah, it says it answers all your questions, Sanam Maria. This is the answer that you will get here. I have given a detailed explanation that telling lies about Allah and His Messenger, and I have explained about, and this khutbah was all about, are we allowed to celebrate the Prophet's Mawlid or not, or the date of birth or not. So that is his birthday. I've spoken about that. And Brother Anwar has asked me the question about how to pray witr. If so, how should one advise his family about it? Don't discuss with them. Because first of all, if your family members are serious, they will do the research. They will do the study. But no, Shaitan will never let them do any research like that. Plus, these people will listen to the scholars of their own groups and their own sect. So, and their scholars are, mashallah, very powerful, very smart, very intelligent people, and they will express their love and passionate about Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and they will scare the other people. They will scare them with so many other informations, and they will try to tell them that this is, it is kufr if you don't celebrate. You have no love for Allah. You have no love for Rasul. You do not even, subhanallah, respect, and you don't respect Allah and His Rasul, and so many other things, subhanallah. So it's my advice to you, Sanam, that don't discuss with your family. The best thing is that you have to educate them. And if you don't educate them, then it's not possible. Like, Brother Anwar now, he's asking about the witr. And see, Brother Anwar's, again, his approach is, he's saying some people. Why, my brother, we have to go to some people? Why? If you say some sheikh has said, again I will say you are wrong. Don't say that. Now, mashallah, you as a Muslim, brother, mashallah, you can spend some money to buy the books of ahadith. There are books of ahadith which are taught in all the Darul Ulum, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, all over the world, in Saudi Arabia, in Egypt, in Syria, even in this country where we are in UK. The madrasas are teaching you the books of ahadith. And it is agreed by the scholars of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah that after the Quran we follow, mashallah, the hadith of Rasulullah from the books which are Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, Sunan Abu Dawud, Sunan At-Tirmidhi, Sunan An-Nisai, Sunan Ibn Majah. These books have been translated into English. These books have been translated into Urdu. These books are translated in Bengali. These books are translated in Hindi as well. So, mashallah, instead of, asking some people, you can ask me, alhamdulillah, no problem, but because I will not quote you something from myself. Your question is that all these brothers who have joined me now, or the sisters who have joined me, I will advise you that take some time out for studying by yourself. Study the deen, study the translation of the Quran, study the tafsir of the Quran. Does not matter you have to study or, spend all your lifetime. No, you can go back to these books of ahadith, or you can go to the, any collections written by the scholars where they have spoken about Quran and Hadith. They have spoken about Quran and Hadith. So, my brothers and sisters, you can mashallah, buy those books, study them, and see what are the dalil they are giving, the Quran and Hadith. So let's come to this point. Now, if you talk to anybody who is following one particular school of thought, like Hanafi fiqh, Shafi'i fiqh, Maliki fiqh, Hanbali fiqh, Al-Hadith fiqh, if you speak about the witr, there definitely the ordinary person, he himself will just tell you, this is how I'm praying, so this is how you should be praying. Or people, they have, big mouth to say. Whatever the way they have learned or taught, they will just teach others, or they will, try to correct or impose on others. But I'll tell you, go to Sahih Muslim. Go to books of Sunan. There's Sunan Abu Dawud, Tirmidhi, Nisai ibn Majah. Open the Kitab Salah, the book called Kitab Salah. Because these books are very easy to study. There will be Kitab Tahara, Kitab Salah, Kitab Zakah, Kitab Janaza, Kitab Siyam, Kitab Hajj. All these are there. Go to Kitab Salah in the list, in the index. Check it. At the end, you will find the chapter will come, which is about the Nafil and Sunnah before and after of the Fard prayers. Every book of Hadith. Then in that you go and open the Salatul Witr. There you will find that Rasulullah has prayed two in a very common ways. Two with witr in two different ways, but these two are highly narrated, and in a good number of Sahaba have narrated this. There are two methods. One is that you make the intention in your heart that you are praying 3 rakat of witr. 3 rakat of witr with 1 salam, which means you pray first rakat, you pray second rakat, and don't sit in the second rakat. Stand up for the third rakat. Don't read tashahud. Don't read at-tahiyatu lillahi wa salawatu. Don't just. So don't read tashahud in the second rakat like normally we read Maghrib. Just go to for the third rakat. And then finally what you have to do is complete your third rakat, then sit down and read at-tahiyat, read darud, read dua, and then give salam. This is one very common which is found in Sahih Muslim and all the authentic books of Ahadith. The second method is, again, you make the intention of praying 3 rakat of witr. And make the intention in your heart that you are praying shafa'a witr, which means you will be praying 2 rakat first, complete 2 rakat, and at the end of the second rakat you sit, you read at-tahiyat, then you read durud, then you read dua, and then you say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This you have done 2 rakat. Then you stand up for the third rakat, like a fresh third rakat, and then you read, complete that rakat, and then you do the salam. These are the very famous and authentic 2 methods. The third method, which is normally some school of thought they prefer, and that is they, make it similar to Maghrib prayer, which means they will have the intention of praying 3 rakat. They will sit in the second rakat. They will do the tashahud, tahiyat and durud, and then they will, they won't read the durud. They will read tahiyat, and they'll get up for the third rakat without giving salam. So the first I said, don't read tahiyat in the second rakat. You get up for the third immediately. After you finish 2 rakat, don't sit for the tashahud. But this group of school of thought, these people will make you say, no, you have to sit for 2 rakat in the second rakat, and then you read tahiyat, and then you stand up for the third rakat, and then you sit in the third rakat, and you read tahiyat, then you read durud, and then you read dua and give salam. So, but according to my study, alhamdulillah, these are the 2 correct methods. I'm not saying they are wrong, it's between them and Allah. But these are the, ahadith which clearly says that this is how our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has offered. And again, I'm not telling you follow me. I gave you the reference. Pick up any book of hadith. It could be Bukhari, it could be Sahih Muslim, it could be Sunan Abu Dawud, it could be Sunan Ibn Majah, it could be Sunan Nisai, it could be Sunan Tirmidhi. But you will say, how, Sheikh, this is a very classical books and how will I know? No, open it. I'm telling you, go to the index. Index, you will find the headings. It will say Kitab al-Salah, book of prayers. And then under that book, you will find another list where it will have plenty of, subtitles. Search for Salatul Witr. Every book of hadith will have Salatul Witr. And you check it, inshallah, you will know the answer. And also, mashallah, now the scholars have done the research, and at the end of every hadith, they have also explained that why this hadith is weak or da'if. So they give you the reason. So then that hadith you don't have to follow, because our religion is not based on weakness, or our religion is not something about a doubtful matter. So our religion is not something that we have to, rely on weak narration. So our hadith, our religion is all authentic. When the scholars of hadith, they say that this hadith is weak, leave it. Don't follow it. Allah will not ask you about it. Is every kind of music haram in Islam? See, again, go back to the life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Did Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam entertain any music? Did he introduce any music? People are saying, some people are saying, oh no, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sitting and the girls were playing music. This is again lie about Allah and His Rasul. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not entertain any music. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not entertain any dancing of the girls, which people are saying, look, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was enjoying and the girls were dancing and singing. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they also refer to the word daf that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam allowed the Sahaba. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not allow even playing of the daf. He said that if somebody wants to, play any kind of a musical instrument, then he said, okay, this is all right. But my brothers and sisters, now brother Anwar, how much did you, this is a very simple and easy question to you. How much did you know about Quran? This is Allah's book, your book. Allah will ask you about it. How much did you know about the life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? How much did you know about Iman? How much did you know about Islam? Now when we go back to these questions, these are, subhanallah, when Bilal came to Islam, these were the questions for him. When Abu Bakr became Muslim, these were the questions for him. When Umar became Muslim, these were the questions for him. And from any Sahabi who came to Islam, all these questions were for them. How much did they know about Quran? How much did they know about Islam? How much did they know about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? How much did they know about Iman? How did they live their life? What was important to them in their life? The musics, the entertainment of the dunya, or just surviving on questions and answers? Oh, I can do anything, but if I have any question about it, I will, instead of learning myself, I will rely on Sheikh Saab. My masjid is very close to my house, so I can go to my Sheikh Saab and I can ask any question. No, my brothers and sisters, subhanallah, this asking question is gone with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Sahaba has learned from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the only teacher at that time. And definitely Sahaba would go to him and ask everything. So now we don't have to just waste our time. If we are serious at this situation, my brothers and sisters, I can tell you that this music is haram or that music is haram. But if you go to any other sheikh, he will say this is halal. He will say daf is halal. He will say nasheed is halal. And see today now Islamic radios, Islamic TV channels, the women, subhanallah, they are coming on TV. Young girls coming on TV with all full makeup on their faces and attractive dresses they wear, and they read nasheed of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allahu Akbar. This, if it is halal for them, because their scholars are allowing them. Their TV channel, the Muslim who runs the television, he allows that. So now if I say to you, you will say Sheikh Saab is extreme. No, but my brothers and sisters, all the questions should go back to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. All the questions should go back to the Quran. And we have to be serious. Today, mashallah, I'm teaching you And no other sheikh will say, go and verify it. No other sheikh will say, they will say, listen to us. Like this sister Sanam, she asked about that celebration is bid'ah or not. I can say, yes, it is bid'ah. I can say, no, it is sunnah. And the other answer will be there from other people. But my approach to the Muslim brothers and sisters is not like that. My approach to brothers and sisters is to approach Quran, approach Hadith. Take out your time. These are your books. These are the main sources of your religion. Go back to it. Be serious. Take out your time. Study them. Look for the answers in them. And then inshallah practice your religion. And those people who are not practicing their religion, Allah will not ask you about them. Allah will definitely ask you about your life. Allah gave you the life, what did you do with it? Allah gave you wealth, what did you do with it? Allah gave you health, what did you do with that? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you free time, what did you do with that? Allah gave you life, what did you do with that? What will be our answer on the Day of Judgment? Allah sent the Quran. Allah sent the Quran. Why did He send the Quran to us? Why did He send Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam to us? So that at the end we will just rely on asking the questions to the Maulvis? Subhanallah. And then we will dispute. Okay, this is halal, that is halal. This is haram, this is haram. Because he's saying that, who is saying that? Okay, everything written for us like rizq, problems, wife, home, happiness, then it means our life is not in our control. Is everything written for us like risk, problems, wife, home, happiness? Then it means our life is not in our control. It means whatever we do, we will still get what is written for us. It's not like that. It's never like that. We people, when it comes to the religion, we bring this idea. But when it comes to our worldly life, have we ever, think? Did we ever think, when you want to travel from one place to another place, when you want to go for the holidays, you will just wait? No, if Allah has written holidays, then only I will travel. No. When you are doing your worldly life, your worldly things in the house, in your lifetime, you will never bring this qadar issue in your life. When it comes to halal and haram, when it comes to the following of the religion, when a person is in trouble now, for example, a person lost in the tijara, in his business, now he will think, oh, ye mera nasib kharab hai. Allah ne mera nasib kharab likha tha. That's why I'm in loss. Allah has done this for me. Allah ne mera nasib mein, I tried my best, but Allah has, no. When you are having any problems, then you remember and you will blame, ye hamare nasib mein aisa likha hai. When you have a problem with the wife, you will bring this issue. When you have a problem with the home, you will bring this issue. When you have the problem with the happiness and sadness, you will bring this issue. No, my brothers and sisters. First of all, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent the Quran. Why did He send the Quran? He didn't say that, He didn't send, taqdeer. He didn't send taqdeer to us. He didn't say, okay, this is the taqdeer, follow by this, go by this, and then you will. No, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent the Quran. First of all, it is 100%, I agree with you, everything is written by Allah. There is no doubt in that. A to Z, even like my movements of my hands about my life is already written. But imagine, after just before 1 hour, I was planning to come on TV, this live TV. Imagine, I don't know. Now I'm because I come over here, I'm presenting this. But before an hour, guess what happened? If my house, if the whole electricity is gone, how can I say that no, I planned this and it will happen? No, now it is happening because I tried it. And if something happens, that happens not because it was already planned by me and I got that result. Now, for example, if I want to drink the poison, and then now I want to drink poison and I'm saying, If Allah gives me life, I will survive, and if Allah wants me to die, I will die. Now this is a wrong analysis. I'll tell you why. Because what is the purpose of the poison? The purpose of the poison is to kill you. Anybody who takes the poison, he will die. So that is the poison, and that's the result. If a person has taken the poison and he still survived, that is your naseeb, because Allah didn't want you to die. But otherwise, if you died having the poison, this is not naseeb. This is the actual what the poison is meant for. And this is, you have to be blamed for that. Same thing, anything in the life. Your risk, Allah has fixed it, yes. But what do you know? There's a risk for the queen. There's a risk for the king. There's a risk for the prime minister. There's a risk for the president. There's a risk for the one who is working as a postman. There's a risk who is working as a taxi driver. So who will decide what risk is that? Unless they are putting their efforts for that. If my risk is written as a teacher and I'm just sitting in the barber shop and cutting the hair of the people, that is wrong, because I have to put my efforts, and then I see whatever is coming to me, so that is based on my efforts. Before putting the efforts, before putting your act to that, you can't expect and you can't say it is in the naseeb, so I can just, same thing. Why did the problem come to your life? Tell me. You are saying about the problems. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not happy to put you into trouble. Allah will not bring problems to you. Instead, Allah will guide you. Allah will guide you to tell you how to be, away from the problems. How will you be away from the problems? So, if you don't follow Allah's guidance and then you fall into a problem, you can't blame your naseeb. For example, I'll give you the example for the problems. I am walking in the street and I saw some, bad people are sitting there, and I know that if I pass by them and if I do something, I will be in trouble. I will get a problem. Now this is a common sense. I can't rely on my naseeb and say, no, I will pass by them and I will do anything I want, and if something will happen bad to me, it is my naseeb. No. You are looking for the problem there. And if you got the problem, that is not your naseeb, that's your, foolishness. But if you have passed by that and you didn't get the problem, that is your naseeb. Because actually that area, the passing it's actually meant for you to create problem for yourself. Same thing, everything in your life. For example, let's take the example of the wife. You have a problem with the wife. Now, did you follow the guidance of Allah to choose a proper wife? No. So the result is automatically you will get a problematic wife. So when you get a problematic wife, you can't blame your naseeb, because you actually didn't follow the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to choose the proper wife. And now you got a problem with this wife. Is not because of your naseeb, this is because of your foolishness, your ignorance of the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you are choosing a proper wife and then your wife is something happened to her, then it is a test from Allah. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you don't have to be blamed for that. And this is not something against your naseeb. This is not something against your naseeb. Our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has already said to us that the example of the camel. Example of the camel he gave to us, that when you are, resting somewhere and you have a camel. Okay, this is the guidance I'm telling you. This gives the example, a solution for everything that you do. Like camel, when you leave the camel untied to some place where you are stopping, and you leave the camel untied and you are not careful about it, you don't expect the camel to wait for you and wait, and you will still find that disobedient obedient camel staying for you and wait for you. No, once you have untied that camel and you are just going away from it, the camel will run away from you. So Prophet has guided us that when you have done your job and you are resting, tie your camel. What does that mean? It's not something against your nasib. It is exactly, mashallah, part of your nasib. Alhamdulillah. So, first we have to follow the guidance of Allah and guidance of Rasulullah in all our life, whether it is risk, whether it is home, whether it is even in the problems. If sometimes we come into problem not because we are doing or expecting or inviting the problem comes from the people. But if you have the problem, everybody will have the problem. What's the solution and how will you find the solution? For example, I'll give you one example. A man, he was wronged by somebody. Somebody has done zulm on him. Now this man is saying, okay, तूने मेरे साथ बुरा किया, मैं भी तेरे साथ बुरा करूँगा. I will also do the wrong to you. And then what he is doing? He is doing more and more bad efforts or strong efforts to harm that person. Now this is, if that didn't work, then he will say, अच्छा चलो कोई बात नहीं, अब मैं सब्र करता हूँ, मेरे नसीब में ऐसा है. No. Subhanallah, if Allah would have given you the opportunity, you would have killed that person. But no, because now you were not relying on Allah's guidance, you were not using Rasul's guidance, and you have tried your level best to do whatever you wanted, and if it didn't work, then you are saying, oh, nasib ki baat thi, nasib mein likha. This is totally, foolishness and fooling yourself. So, coming back to this point, first of all, risk, problems, wife, home, happiness, sadness, everything is written by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything. Do we know what Allah has written for us? No. Nobody knows. But are we told what to do and what not to do? Yes. It depends how much you study, how much you know it. But Allah did tell us, do this, don't do this. And in what way? He sent His book to tell us. He sent His messenger to tell us. So, also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us, this is the third point. When Allah says, do this, Allah gives you the result for this. That these are the bonuses, these are the rewards, these are the merits, these are the virtues. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said to you, don't do this, if you do this wrong thing, then you will fall into trouble. Now, this is, the result is there. Allah is saying, if you do this wrong thing, the problem will come to you. And if we ignore that and we do it, and the problem will come, so this is something, we don't have to blame Allah. This is already, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has informed us that doing this, you will get the result. So this is how, my brothers and sisters, I want to tell you that nasib is written, the qadar is already written. Good and bad is all written. But also Allah told us what to do and what not to do. And also Allah told us even the results of good and results of bad. So if we don't follow by that, then the consequences will be everything that nobody, like for example, somebody is hungry and he says, I will not eat food. Because if Allah has put into my nasib to eat food, I will eat. And the food is served in front of him, but he doesn't want to eat because he's thinking, if mere nasib mein hoga to main khaunga. No, nobody thinks like that. When the food is served and a person is hungry, he will eat. After the food has eaten, and if he has overeaten or something has happened to him, then he can say, yes, abhi jo hai ye shayad I made the mistake here. I made the mistake there. That's why it happened. You can't blame anybody. Like if you are on a diabetic plan of food and you eat certain things which will be harmful for your diabetic system, and you did. So you can't blame nasib. Mere nasib mein tha to mere bimar zyada ho gaya. No, you already know that you are supposed to do this and you are not supposed to do this. But you did it against that. So the result will be, it's not part of your nasib, this is part of your punishment that you deserve. And also, let's see, my brothers and sisters, again, one more thing. For an example, if somebody is walking in the street and somehow somebody turned up to you and he slapped you. Boom. How will you react to that? You will not control yourself. You will say, no, my life is controlled by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So because he slapped me, so I'll take it as a nasib. No. You will react to it. And you will never ever think, nasib ki baat thi. And if you get an opportunity, you might even slap him 2 times more than the one he has done. Why? Because now you are not thinking for the nasib. You are thinking for the nasib when your plans are not working properly, then you blame your nasib. This is something a Muslim should not be doing, my brothers. Anwar, I hope it is, I have answered your question in detail. Hopefully you will understand. So my brothers and sisters, we have almost, inshallah, coming close to the show with this program. Inshallah, this is our Islamika, which is like Islamic question answers. Islamic question answer. Islamika means Islamic question and answer. So we are dealing here with live show, and this is every Friday between 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. UK timing, and you have international timing also set up in the description. And you are given the opportunity to put your questions in English, Urdu and Arabic, and you have a chat box on my left. You can put your questions like, mashallah, these brothers and sisters have put their questions, and you'll get the answer that if I know the answer, I will tell you I know the answer. If I don't know, I will say I don't know. And you have another option to ask the question, which is you can use the telephone line given on the screen. Internationally, it is 00447593229380, and locally you can dial 07593229380, and you can put your questions there, inshallah, through the text messages, or you can call directly, inshallah. So, and also, my brothers and sisters, right now, mashallah, I have recorded and I have started a new series. This is about the life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In this, I will be, inshallah, talking about his life and the historical background or the situation of the Ummah before Prophet's birth, and then I will be explaining it to you, inshallah. I've already sent the link, and this is about three videos are uploaded so far. One is about the promo about the life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Second is the introduction of the life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the third is, alhamdulillah, the world before the birth of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this is very important because I'll be covering all those issues where the non-Muslims today, especially the media, is talking about, wrong, spreading wrong message about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and trying to create a misunderstanding and threat against Islam and against Muslims. And they are saying that Prophet Muhammad to be blamed for that. How far you need to be away from your home to read Qasr? There's no distance. It's your situation, my brother. Anwar, you don't have to be, searching for the distance. You have to see your situation. If you are traveling even 1 mile from your house, and you are in there like a traveler, in the sense that you are away from your home, and then you are pretending to be like, or you are in a situation of a traveler, and you are doing your job somewhere, and you need for the time of prayer, and you don't have the facilities of normal facilities for prayers in your residence, like you have masjid, you have house, all that situation, you have, mashallah, toilet to use in your house. And so this as a situation when you are considering yourself as a traveler, the concession of the qasr is there. Because why I'm telling you this? Because Allah did not speak anything about the distance in the Quran. Try to understand this point. Allah is talking about وَإِن كُنْتُم مَرْضَى أَوْ عَلَى سَفَرٍ أو وَإِن كُنْتُم مَرِيضًا أَوْ عَلَى سَفَرٍ. There are different verses in that. Marda is used and marid is also used. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about the illness, and Allah talks about the travelers. Allah has not spoken anything. Allah knew the distances, subhanallah. Allah speaks about 1,000 day of 1,000 length, 50,000 length. Allah speaks about the days, Allah speaks about the nights, Allah speaks about the seconds, minutes, time. But Allah has not spoken anything about the distance when a person is traveling. Allah is talking about the situation. When a person is a resident, the facilities that he has in a resident where he is living in his hometown, and the person who is away from his hometown as a traveler. So that situation is defining you as a traveler or a resident. So when you are a traveler, regardless of any distance, yes, any distance, if you are a traveler and you are a traveler every day, you are going away from your home and you are a traveler even for your job, even for your other activities, you are a traveler, and then you have the concession of shortening your prayers, and you have the concession of combining your prayers, inshallah. MashaAllah, my brothers and sisters, this is our live show, and MashaAllah, you can continue joining us, and also invite your brothers and sisters to join us, and you can put your questions. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala definitely will reward you and reward all the brothers and sisters. Now, today's Jummah was all about the importance of Adhan. MashaAllah, the link has been forwarded to you. Listen to it, inshallah. The next Jummah I will be speaking about the merits and virtues about the people who deliver the Adhan, people who listens to the Adhan, people who reads the dua after the Adhan, the benefits of the Adhan. MashaAllah, this is something that every Muslim should know about the importance of Adhan. This khutbah I have spoken in part 1. I have spoken about the history, how did Adhan came into existence in our religion, MashaAllah. How Allah has introduced in the Quran about the Adhan, and how Rasulullah has implemented that Adhan, why Adhan came into Islam. So that the answers are, inshallah, in this khutbah you will find the answers to that. So my brothers and sisters, Jazakumullah khairan. Alhamdulillah, we have got another 4 minutes to discuss with the question answers. So if brothers and sisters, if you have got any final question and short question, you can put your question, inshallah. And Brother Anwar, mashallah, I hope that I have answered all your questions to your satisfactory. Alhamdulillah, I did what I did to please Allah and His Rasul. If, subhanallah, you may like it, you may not like it, you may expect, a question that could only be, something that you were expecting and it is not, then please forgive me for that, because I will only answer the question that will please Allah and His Messenger, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us that, alhamdulillah, the deen is Quran and Hadith, Islam. So my brothers and sisters, alhamdulillah, please, when you are joining this program, at least invite one person with you, so that if they can enjoy, they can also listen to us, and they can also benefit from this. You can also invite the non-Muslims if they have got any issues. This, because I like to discuss with the non-Muslims about our religion. So if they have got any issues, please, my brothers and sisters, if you have got any issues with the non-Muslims, don't try to, discuss about Islam just to tell them this and that, and you misguide them and you misguide yourself. So don't do that. Refer to the scholars, or you can, inshallah, invite them to this program, inshallah, and I'll try my level best to even try to give them the correct answer from the Quran and Sunnah. If they like it, like it. They don't like it, it's up to them. If you announce at Jummah prayer that instead of kissing the thumbs, we need to read the Rood Sharif when name of the Prophet Prophet Muhammad used. See, in my masjid, alhamdulillah, those people who are coming, I have not seen them doing that. So there's no point for me to mention that, but there are masajid where the scholars have to say. If the scholars think that it is wrong, they have to say. But I will, inshallah, if I find anybody doing that in my masjid, then I will not tell him not to do it. I will tell him, inshallah, that what is the concept behind that. So, alhamdulillah, my brother, what is your question actually? What is the ruling and what is the question on that? First of all, kissing of the thumb. We have to see why people are kissing the thumb of their thumbs and wiping over the eyes when Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah is mentioned. Why? It is normally we know about the adhan. We give adhan, we listen to the adhan, we say Allahu Akbar 4 times, we say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah 2 times, we say Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah 2 times. So we don't kiss our hands or thumbs or we don't rub them when Allah's name is mentioned. Allahu Akbar is mentioned, we don't do anything like that. When Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah is mentioned, we don't do this. Then why we have to do this? For Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah. Again, the question is to be answered through the Quran and Sunnah. If, inshallah, my next Jummah, if you are attending, I will explain what to do before the adhan, what to do during the adhan, what to do after the adhan, and what are the merits and virtues. And that will be all, inshallah, quoted from Quran and Hadith. But when the question comes with this, that do we have to, kiss our thumbs or wipe them over our eyes when the Rasul's name is mentioned? We have to ask this question, that this name was mentioned during the lifetime of our Prophet Muhammad. Did he do that for his names? For his name? Did he do that? Ask and search for it. Okay, if he has done or not done, you have to look for it. Then check the Sahaba. When adhan is being delivered and Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah is mentioned, did Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam do that? No. So inshallah, wait for the answer. Inshallah, next Jummah we will be talking about it, about the adhan, what to do before the adhan, what to do during the adhan, what to do after the adhan. Inshallah, we have come to the end of the show. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.